welcome back to the channel. As I said in my previous video, I've had a news source come forward and leak to me, because they know obviously I cover Meghan and Harry all the time, and they want this to get out there. They want to speak up. So I'm going to run with this source. I'm going to run with it. I think that we need to be able to dissect every single possible leak, every single possible angle, so that we're not blindsided or surprised when it comes out in the national press. According to this source, which is a major revelation to me, my jaw just literally dropped when I found out about this. A nanny in Montecito has recently quit due to the stress and the strain and the duress of working for Meghan and Harry. And you would think that someone who's just in a childcare position would be able to just simply get on with it. But it seems as though it's a nightmare mansion and not all is well in paradise. This is not a surprise. This is not the first time that someone's leaked to me that staff have quit, that Doria is no longer a part of the childcare plan for baby Archie and Lily. And then we have the Royal Palisades, who are yet to launch their case against Meghan for the bullying accusations that allegedly she bullied them. And it's not really a surprise. There was also a lot of reports about Meghan Markle mistreating her personal assistant who quit. And then there was other reports about her and Harry mistreating their security officers, sending them out to collect sandwiches from Whole Foods and Starbucks. And these guys were, at the time, Royal Protection Officers. They was travelling all the way from Scotland Yard all the way to Canada, Vancouver at the time, when Meghan and Harry were pretending they want to live in Canada, when they was lying basically. And then they was being sent to, pick up soya lattes and avocado on toast from Whole Foods, which was a complete waste of their time, considering these guys are flying, 11 hours to get from the UK all the way to Canada just to be busboys. I think that's what you call it in America, right? But to be, personal assistance to the pair and not actually protecting them from any real viable threats, because there weren't any. But I digress. Let me get into the source. So there is so much tension in the mansion that you can cut the atmosphere with a knife. One of the latest casualties of Meghan and Harry is a nanny who was a recent hire, apparently, since the birth of Lily of the Sussexes. She is reportedly quit due to unreachable standards and constant infighting, as she has gone on to describe it. Now, the source wanted to make it very clear that the nanny is neither male or female. With that being said, I don't know what the gender of this person was. Was it a man? Was it a woman? I don't know. Do you have male nannies? I'm really not sure. Maybe the person could be someone who doesn't identify with a gender. That's what I'm more along the lines of thinking. But I could be totally wrong. But the source wanted to make it clear to me, neither male nor female. But because it's just easier, I'm going to refer to the nanny as a she. It goes on to say, as Meghan has been trying to get her look together and her likability up, as she had recently been dropped by the likes of Michelle Obama, she has been a nightmare boss to he or she. It is rumoured that she's very aggressive in her put-downs of staff and has offered a salary increase since the nanny has quit. The ex-staff member is believed to be on Hollywood's top hire list, so she's very good at what she does, or he is. Takes pride in what she does. After 20 years of working with some of the toughest A-listers, she knows her stuff. She can deal with a 3 a.m. start and even fulfill strange cooking requests such as reheating placenta concoctions, you name it. I was watching this very interesting I don't even think it was a documentary. Actually, it was. I was watching this interesting documentary a couple of years ago about these women who believe that their placentas after the birth of a baby should be saved, and then they should be dehydrated and then ground up and consumed in a powder form in drinks and smoothies and stuff like that, because it's very nourishing for the body to replenish itself after carrying life. And there was this lady who, I think she was American, I don't know what state, but she would be paid at least 50,000 upwards to actually collect these women's placentas and then perform this processing service for these ladies and then hand it back to them. So yeah, after you have your baby, you do have the option to keep your placenta or not. And it's just very weird. And you would imagine that all of this is very popular with, holistic mothers and people of that nature, and people who just want to live a more enriched, healthy, holistic life and be at one with nature. So nannies in Hollywood come across these strange things all the time, and I imagine that this is something that would have been very normal for this he or she nanny. So she has reportedly been up close and personal with everyone in Hollywood. It has been reported by E! Online that A-listers struggle to keep boundaries between themselves and their assistants or nannies when they're on the job, which means that they generally know everything about them. They are generally fully aware of their business, especially when things are going wrong. This lady or person was experienced, but the pressure of the demands placed upon him or her by Megan pushed her so far that she has resigned after a very short period of time, which constitutes a matter of months. Doesn't want to be specific with how many months, but it was a short period of time. So it was a short cycle of employment. He or she was very excited and expecting that all the claims about Meghan and Harry's attitude about them being toxic and negative to be mere tabloid noise. However, he or she was proven wrong, and the headlines are indeed somewhat accurate. Meghan simply expects a lot from her staff. Some believe far too much. Her demands are unrealistic, and she can become a dragon off camera. Yeah, so like Miranda in The Devil Wears Prada, she simply can't get enough of pushing people to their limit with unreasonable demands. And we all know what that character was like, Miranda Priestley, which actually, crazily enough, Devil Wears Prada is one of my most favorite films. It is, in fact, I would say it's the number one film. Love that movie. I can see Meghan in the role, okay? That is Meghan at 50. So the source continues on to say, and the expectations have only gotten higher with 2 children now to take care of. She said that the interview process, this is the nanny, was a lengthy one and took 3 months to reach the final stage, but she was not happy in the job and wishes for an employer who doesn't speak down to him or her. He or she wants someone who recognizes that she's a grown woman with experience and qualities that most parents look for when searching for a nanny. But not everyone sees the world the same, and she doesn't know what more she could have done to get Meghan's respect. It has also been leaked that a lot of the staff members view her as the dragon lady. She's ready to breathe fire at the drop of a hat. So there you have it, guys. This is, what can I really say? I think this is one of many casualties to come. There's been a lot of casualties. There's been a lot of losses, right? Since Meghan's gotten all of this money and this power and this fame and all of these staff members. And it's ironic because Just to think that in 2017, 2016, she was a normal person. Really, she was on Suits, but she never had employees. She didn't have people serving her left, right, and center. And she's gotten so used to bossing people about, talking down to them. Harry was a terror. He was a bit of a nightmare, but reports of him abusing staff members, reports of him exploiting and bullying staff members were never leaking all over the shop, and nor with William until now. So this is all interlinked to Megan. It definitely is. And it's a hot mess, basically. It really is a hot mess. So that's all, guys. I'll be back with another video. Bye, guys.